Hola, hola. Hello, everyone. This is Karen Hoyos going live. Woohoo! Yeah, I'm really loving YouTube Live. I'm experiencing a whole new realm of possibilities while I'm here live. So while I'm connecting with you guys here, I'm going to connect also on Instagram Live. Give me a moment, please. So I want to make sure that Instagram is live as well. So let's go live on Instagram. Let's see. Yes, we are live. Hola, hola, hola. Great evening. Welcome to Purpose and Business. I'm very excited to be here today. I'm here live on YouTube. So if you have a YouTube channel, make sure to subscribe on my YouTube channel. And I'm going to be broadcasting today in English. Ustedes saben que también los hago en español. El próximo martes 30 de junio voy a estar haciendo mi webinario en español. Así que agenden karenhoyos.us, ahí se pueden escribir gratis en español. But this one is going to be in English. So if you want to register for the one in Spanish, si quieres registrarte para el de español, ve a karenhoyos.us, que será el próximo martes 30. Listo, nos fuimos. So I'm very, very excited about today's content because I want to share with you some principles on how to be successful in the coaching business. In today's date, we have so many people becoming coaches. We have more and more coaches every day, people that want to speak, they want to facilitate, they have podcasts, they have books, they want to write a book, they have a book inside of them, but they don't know how, they don't know what steps to take, or maybe they already have a certification program, but they haven't really done anything with it yet, besides having it as a passion, as a calling in their heart, but they haven't really used it. So today I'm going to be sharing some principles that if you guys use it, you will be able to have a successful career in coaching. So before I started, as I always do, I know you guys may already know my story, but I'm going to briefly share a little bit about my story so you understand my journey and why I'm here and why I want to teach so much to coaches and potential coaches, facilitators, and speakers all around the world. So my name is Karen Hoyos. I'm an international speaker, coach of coaches, celebrities, and business with over 40,000 graduates of our seminars in 16 years since I started living my purpose. I love it so much. That's my passion. We facilitate trainings all over the world. We learn in Spanish and English both. And for me, my biggest passion is to share that message that God has put in my heart to connect people to their life purpose so they may live a life of fulfillment, a life free of the past, a meaningful life in which they can all leave a legacy, make a difference, and create an impact on this world so we can have a better place. That's my passion. That's what I do every day. That's what I'm so touched by every day that I have the opportunity, and that's why I'm here. I am originally from Colombia. That explains my accent. I live in Miami. I am right now broadcasting from Miami. And I am so happy to be able to share my passion in so many ways, and now in social media. So for me, being in YouTube Live, Instagram Live, and in many other ways that we use, platforms that we use to share a message, is a blessing for me. So thank you for being here. Thank you for tuning in. If you are live right now, type and tell me, where are you connecting from? Where are you right now in the world? And if you're tuning in later, because you're going to watch the recording, make sure to leave a comment, because I would love to know where you guys are. So thank you for your time. For the next hour, I'm going to be sharing about the principles of coaching, successful coaching business, how to find that calling, how to share it. And in the end, I'm going to give you an invitation because I have a program that is coming up in July. It's called TBC, Transformational Business Coaching Program. I will tell you a little bit more later. So that's part of the agenda for today. And just to tell you a little bit about my story and how I came here to United States. Before, I used to be living in Colombia, reading a lot of books when I was little, quantum physics, metaphysics, and I was always very passionate about the subjects of the mind, but I didn't really know how to apply it. I had in my heart and in my mind the concept of happiness, but I didn't really experience it. My mom and my grandma, they both lived domestic violence. So I witnessed that pain, and I grew up wanting to change that, but I end up reliving the same thing. There was a time in my life that I had a gun pointing to my head, and I didn't know if I was going to survive. That was a turning point in my life. That moment was a before and after my life, because I remember closing my eyes and asking God for an opportunity. By the way, I mention God sometimes in my webinars and in my trainings. If you have a different belief, you can change the word God for whatever works for you, universe, energy, whatever. It doesn't matter, or your essence or your own self. In my case, is God. And to go back to the moment, I remember feeling the gun in my head, closing my eyes and asking God for a new chance. And this person at that moment put his gun down, and I was able to go. At that moment, I knew that I had a chance. I knew that if I survived something so difficult, it's because I had a purpose. I didn't know what my purpose was, but I was committed to manifest my purpose, to find that purpose. And I moved to the United States at that time. Over 17 years ago, I was pregnant of my twin boys, Stefan and David, and now I am pregnant again. We actually announced it recently. I'm pregnant with my third boy. So we're very, very excited. And at that moment, I remember, now that I'm pregnant again, I remember that, having so many dreams about starting our family, and being a single mom at the time, and just having the support of my mother and my stepfather at the time, and just being very committed to grow and to find that dream and to find that purpose that I wanted to manifest. And I was invited to a personal development seminar with Tony Robbins. And when I saw Tony on stage, and which he is a very well-known transformational coach, and if you don't know him, you can watch his documentary on Netflix. It's called I'm Not Your Guru. It's wonderful. Been coaching people for over 40 years. 40 years, right? Yeah, wow. So I remember watching him and seeing him, and when I saw Tony on stage, God spoke to me in my heart and says, Karen, what he's doing is what you're going to do for the rest of your life. Boom. And that's how I found my purpose. That's how I realized this is what I'm supposed to do. This is why I'm here. And I get it. I surrender. I don't know how, no idea how, but I'm sure that this is my calling and this is what I'm supposed to do. So I took all the money I had from my divorce and I invested in my personal development in education. I trained with Tony. I became a plat at the time, and Robert Kiyosaki, Landmark Education, Deepak Chopra, T. Harv Eker, you name it. There was a seminar, I was there, first row. And I started applying in my life what I wanted to teach, because I wanted to see and look at people in the eyes and telling them that what I do works because I live it. I wanted to start with my life first so I can be congruent in what I was teaching. And I was able to heal my past, to recognize why I was living domestic violence, abuse. I was able to take responsibility for my life and change the patterns and change the mindset. And my results start also transforming. And I was very blessed to be in front of national TV before I did my first seminar. And that's when everything started. When people see you on TV, they're like, okay, she must know what she's doing. And I was on TV before I did even my first seminar, like I said. So it was a beautiful opportunity. I believe that when you follow your dream, when you follow your purpose, the universe conspire in your favor. I believe in that. Like The Alchemist says in the book, Paulo Coelho says in the book, The Alchemist, the universe conspire when you're following your purpose, your calling, your dream. And that's what happens to me. After that, I was able to do my first seminar, 500 people, 500 prisoners that had life sentence. And that was my first audience. That's why I don't believe there is any tough audience when you are connecting to your heart. And this is for the speakers and for potential speakers that are there. I'm going to start giving you some tips. When you are really there to serve, when you don't make it about you, it doesn't matter who your audience is. There is no tough audience. There is no difficult audience. When you declare that you're there to serve, when you make it about them and not about you, the message will flow through you. The message will come through you, and people will get the essence of your love and your commitment. And that's what happened to me with my first seminar. I mean, what can you say to people that are going to spend the rest of their life in prison? I mean, I don't know what to say, right? I didn't know at the time, but I remember making an affirmation, a declaration that I'm going to share with all of you tonight. And you can use it if you have an important meeting, if you have a presentation, if you're going to do a coaching call, if you're going to do a keynote speaking engagement, a webinar, whatever it is. Before you go live, make sure that you declare the following. And I'm going to do this now too. Is God, or you replace it with the name that works for you, energy, universe, whatever it is that is your spiritual belief. God, well, first is God, and you're one, you connect, you breathe. And then God, you speak through me, you act through me, and you think through me. Doesn't matter the order, it can be think through me, act through me, talk through me. But just make sure you mention the three: the thoughts, the action, and the words. So act, talk, and think through me. So when you declare that, you become a vehicle. And then it's no longer about you. You let go of control, and God takes over, or energy takes over, universe takes over. So that's a great way for you to get out of the way and allow the message to come through. A lot of people said to me, Karen, I would like to be a speaker, but I am so nervous. I don't know. I get so nervous speaking in front of people. But what happened is that people are nervous because they are so afraid of making a mistake or looking bad or saying the wrong thing. Why? Because they're making it about them, because it's about them. So you must take yourself out of the way in order for you to serve and to be a wonderful transformational speaker. That's very important. And that's how everything started for me. Now we have been doing this, like I said, 16 years and over 40,000 graduates for seminars. In the beginning, as a coach, I never did this because of money or recognition or fame. No. But I was so committed as a coach to touch the life of people, and I surrender to that calling that, God put me in places that I never thought I was going to be. I was blessed to speak at Harvard University with professors of Harvard, United Nations. The New York Times hired me to train their staff. I was able to be, at the Oscars, red carpet, Billboard, Grammys with celebrities and coaching celebrities in Hollywood. And all of this without the, for many people, the credentials that I needed to have according to some people's standards, because I was an immigrant, I was very young, and, I didn't have a formal degree. I did invest a lot of my education, but I didn't went to university for coaching. So some people used to tell me, no, you will never be able to make it. But I didn't listen to them. I listened to my heart, and I surrounded myself with people that believed in me even more than I was believing in myself at that moment. And when I look back and I see all the blessings that I have been able to experience and all those stages that I have been able to speak at, like the Carnegie Hall. I grew up listening to salsa singer Gilberto Santa Rosa. I don't know if you guys know him, but he's a very famous salsa singer, and his most well-known concert was at Carnegie Hall. And to be able to be in Carnegie Hall in New York and be the keynote speaker of an amazing fundraising for kids was, wow, like surreal. But there is no limit to what you can accomplish when you follow your essence. There is no limit, and there is so much more than what you think you can have. There is so much more. And if you're here because you have a calling to become a coach and speaker, if you're here because you have that burning desire of sharing message, it's because you're meant to do that. It doesn't matter if you feel you're shy. It doesn't matter if you feel you don't have enough. You do have enough. You are enough. You are it. Because in the world, there are people waiting, and there are people dying to receive what you have. And there is a space for everyone. People say to me, like, why, Karen, you start coaching other coaches? Like, that's your competition. And I don't believe in competition, because when you are being your authentic self, there is no competition, because there is no one like you. And that's what I believe. If you are being yourself, if you are being your authentic self, who can compete against you? If you're not trying to be somebody else, how can you compete? There is no competition, because there is only one person. There is only one you. And when coaches start in this journey, many of them try to be like Tony, like try to be like other coaches or other speakers. And there's only one Tony. There is only one Deepak Chopra, And it's beautiful when people say, well, I want to be like this person. It's great to be inspired, but in the end, you have to find your own mold. You have to find your own brand. You have to find what makes you unique, what makes you you. Because people that want to listen to Tony, they go and listen to him. They don't need to listen to a copy of him. But if they're going to come and listen to you as a coach and a speaker, or potential coach and a speaker, is because you have something different to offer. And even if that only thing that you have to offer is your own story, and that's the beauty of it, you have your own story. You have what it takes, because you have gone through difficulties and you have overcome those difficulties, and those experiences have taught you something, and that is part of your message. What did you learn through difficulties? In my case, the first 4 years of my career as a coach, I made no money. People were going to my seminars, doubling their income, tripling their income, and I was broke. I wanted to register myself in my own seminars. I didn't know what was happening. I didn't know what's going on, why is this happening? And it wasn't until I realized that I had separation between money and my purpose, that I had a contaminated relationship with money, and I was able to heal it, that I actually start succeeding financially in my business. And that happens a lot to many coaches and speakers and spiritual facilitators. They have subconsciously rejected the idea of money or being compensated, because what they do, they love it so much. They do it as a hobby, or they're so passionate about it, they don't even want to put a price on it, because we have this association with money. We have a wrong concept about money. We were taught to believe that we have to work for money, and then we have to do our passion or live our passion for free, right? And that is a challenge, and it was a challenge for me. That's why I was broke the first 4 years. I made no money, and to the point that I couldn't pay my rent. I was kicked out of my rent. But a beautiful family, they were graduates of my seminars, the Martinez. They opened the doors of their home, and I moved with them, with my mom. She was living with us, and my kids, my dog and my cat and my sister, everybody. And we lived together for 9 months until I met my mentor, a Jewish entrepreneur, self-made multimillionaire, who helped me heal my spiritual relationship with money. And that's part of what we're going to be teaching in Transformational Business Coaching Program, the TDC program that I'm starting in July 16. I'm going to teach people how to heal their relationship with money, either because you're struggling to sustain your income, you're struggling to find new clients, or you just don't know how to put a price in your purpose, or because you are already successful with money, but the people around you, your loved ones, your team, they don't have the same relationship, and you don't know how to help them. For you, maybe it's easy, you make money easy, and then you see a lot of people struggling and you don't know how to help them. And that's part of what we're going to be doing in the TVC. By the way, if you are interested in doing our program or finding more about our TVC program, make sure that you send us your information, your phone number, your WhatsApp number with the city where you are and the best time to call, and we'll make sure to be in communication to give you more details. But I will talk about it later as well. And that was a turning point for me. I went from being broke to making my first $1 million in less than 3 months, all through coaching. I didn't do anything else. I didn't have any part-time job. There was no other income for me. That was it, just coaching. And a lot of people come to me and say, well, can you really live from coaching? Can you really make it? Or do you have to have a side job, like a plan B? And a lot of people do, but I didn't have plan B. I have 2 kids to feed. I was a single mom, a divorced mother. And for me, it was, I either do this or nothing. I do this or I'll die. That's how it was for me. And I realized very quickly that in order for you to really succeed in this and any other industry, you have to burn the bridge. That means that you have to walk the bridge to your purpose. And in the end, you have to burn it and let it burn so you don't have way back. So there is no going back. A lot of people walk the bridge, but they continue having many bridges. They have alternative exits. And that's why they end up not living it. And if you're here, if you have that calling, if you really want to fulfill that essence calling that you have, if you really want to build the transformational business, if you want to make it on this world, not just to survive, because, you know, anyone can be in surviving mode, but if you want to manifest a life that you love, that you deserve, a life that you're passionate about, a life that you are proud about, a life that you are fired up about every day, you must change from survivor mode to manifestation mode through burning any other option and deleting any plan B, C, or D, nothing, and just stay with plan A. And that's it. And you keep going, and you keep going, and keep going until that plan A will work, because that's how it is. In life, the most successful people are not the smartest one, the most educated one, the richest one. No. In life, the most successful people are the most persistent, the ones that they didn't give up, the one that stay until they saw the results. And that's what my invitation for you tonight is. If you want to join me in this group, if you want to join the coaching industry, you have to become a result of your own product. You have to be able to say, what I want to teach you is something that I live. Because you cannot put perfume in top of caca. It doesn't matter how much caca, how much perfume is there. You know, you have to clean the caca. I always say that. Sometimes I say poo-poo or shit. Okay. So for me, it's like, you cannot pretend for a long time, you know, that you are somebody else that you're not. You know, it's easy. Anyone can speak in public. Anyone can say nice things. But people will identify if you are being authentic or not. If you are walking your talk. And in order for you to be a successful coach and speaker, you have to walk your talk. You have to be able to look at people in the eyes and say, what I do works because I live it. And that is another principle for coaches and for speakers. If you want to facilitate and teach, you don't have to teach everything, but whatever you teach, make sure that you are living it. Whatever you teach, make sure that you are actually living it in your life. This is very, very important. So my invitation is, find something that you're really passionate about and become congruent with your results, and then teach it, and then share that passion. And you will see how people will start coming and asking more and more for those principles that you want to manifest. I want to say hello to Steffi Villalobos desde Colombia. Un beso, hermosa. Tan linda. Gracias por saludarme. Thank you, my love. It's wonderful to see people connected from Colombia. And I want to say hello to everyone who is on Instagram. Un saludo gigante a nuestra gente de Instagram. Ya saben, el próximo martes voy a estar haciendo mi live en español. Así, ay, gracias. Debe ser el embarazo que me tiene. Ya saben, voy a cumplir 6 meses de embarazo. La próxima semana, entre mis 6 mesecitos, así que estoy súper feliz. Se me nota un poquito en los cachetitos. Bueno, eso ya tenía antes. Pero sí, estamos súper, súper felices. Hey, hello to Monterrey, México. You know, I used to live in Monterrey, México. Yo viví en Monterrey por un año de mi vida. En Monterrey aprendí a manejar. Vivía en Garza García. Me encanta la gente de Monterrey. Me fascinan. Súper chévere, la pasé muy divina, una época muy linda de mi vida. Así que un saludo gigante a mi gente mexicana, my beautiful people from Mexico. And right now, if you see me looking this way, it's because I'm talking to Instagram. Estoy hablando a mi gente de Instagram por ese ladito también, así que un saludo gigante a mi gente mexicana. Eso, San Pedro Garza García, así es, muy bien. Entonces, por ahí estaba viviendo yo una época de mi vida. Así que bueno, les saludo, les sigo saludando y ya saben, si se quieren inscribir para mi entrenamiento gratuito que viene el próximo martes 30, vayan a karenhoyos.us. En karenhoyos.us se pueden inscribir completamente gratis para que puedan acceder, y estaré también compartiéndolo por Instagram, pero si se inscriben van a tener acceso a mi sala VIP, así que ahí me pueden hacer preguntas. Si tienen alguna pregunta ahorita también me la pueden enviar, que yo voy a estar contestando luego en la cajita. The same as you guys. Si ustedes tienen preguntas, if you guys have any questions, you guys can send it to me and I will answer your questions through the time. Un besito, tan lindos. Me encanta cuando me saludan. I love to connect with you guys. So another principle, just to go back for coaching. So how to become a successful coach? First, you have to be clear that this is what you want to do because it's the calling of your heart, that you're not doing it because you want fame, that you're not doing it because you want money, you want recognition, because you want to be cool. I know, because coaches are cool. You want to make sure that you want to do this because this is the calling of your heart. So if you had all the money in the world and all the time to enjoy it, this is what you will do. You will coach people, you will speak, you will share your message. If the answer is like, no, I mean, I like it, but it's not my passion, please don't do it. Please don't. Just find your passion. Find what you really have in your heart and leave coaching for those people that are really, really passionate about it, okay? So make sure that if you want to become a coach, a facilitator, or a speaker, it's because you're passionate about that, because you have it in your heart. So that's number one. Number two, make sure that you heal your life first. Please be congruent with what you are teaching. Please be congruent and authentic with what you're teaching. You don't need to teach everything. If you don't know what to teach, start with your own experience. Find something challenging that you had in your life and you overcame and what you learned from that. Maybe you can say to me, well, nothing happened in my life. My life was always peaceful and perfect and okay, whatever. Okay, well, that's beautiful. And then find something challenging that happens to someone in your life, what they went through, how they overcame that, and what you can learn from that and from other people that you study, right? But always come from a place of, okay, I have used these principles. That's why I teach it. Please don't become someone who is repeating what other people say. And like I said before, who is a copy of somebody else. Just make sure that you are being your authentic self, that this is your passion, and that what you're teaching is congruent. Number three, clarify what is the essence of your message. When I started being a coach, I knew my message was purpose. And that's what the name of my book is. You know, it's Purpose, the Ultimate Quest. You can find it in Amazon. You can find it Barnes and Nobles, everywhere. And soon it's going to be in Spanish. Muy pronto en español. So purpose is what drives me. Purpose is my passion. Purpose is my main message. When I teach companies, when corporations hire me to train their staff, to do team leadership programs, sales programs, everything is around purpose. I connect people to their purpose first, and then I teach them how to sell from essence instead of ego. So very soon, very early in my career, I found that this was my essence message. So as a coach, as a speaker, you have to find what is your essence message. What is it? And if you don't know what it is, just close your eyes, meditate, pray. God, universe, higher self, tell me, what is my message? And you must learn. You must learn how to really listen to that. See, one day you will be able to have your book, you have your message created around that content that you had in your heart, but you have to be clear. What is my message? I surrender, I open my heart, I listen to my heart. Don't try to find your message in your head. This book was not created out of my head. It was out of my essence. So find your true message from your essence and then follow it, and then study people that actually teach that too. Learn from them, grow, experience. And the perfect combination for a coach, that's the next step, is not only when you know the essence message, but when you are combining your content with experiences and what you study, both. Please if you're using a tool, a quote, a content from another coach or another speaker, give them credit. Don't take credit for something that is not yours. Because when you become famous, because I manifest that all of you guys will become very well known, people will give you credit too. So make sure that you give credit to the source. If you study, if you did certification programs, if you did, yes, Papi, you want to say hello? Okay, one of my twins just came from biking outside and he wants to say hello. Hey.
We like to.
And David too, both of you. Yay. Okay, say hello to Instagram too. Yeah.
Instagram.
Okay, start.
Oh man, Instagram will look a bit weird.
Can you believe there's 17 already? Oh my goodness. And then I have the other one in my belly. Woo, woo.
Yeah.
So make sure that when you're teaching, you're leaving it. And if you're mentioning content from somebody else, you're giving credit. Okay? Tiffany, now that you're laughing, love, if you can share like those points that I give, I'm going to see if I remember them again. Sometimes when you're pregnant, you know, the brain gets pregnant too. But I'm going to repeat it so you can write it down, okay, in both YouTube and Instagram. So make sure that you're coaching for a purpose, not because it's what's in or what's trending. Make sure that coaching is your purpose, number one. Number two, heal yourself first. Become congruent before teaching others. Make sure that you're healing what you want to teach, that you are walking your talk, that you're being authentic with what you're teaching. Number three, make sure that you know what your essence message is. You know, close your eyes and make sure, okay, this is my message. This is what I want to teach. Number three, make sure that number four, make sure that when you teach this essence message is based on your experience and also in things that you have learned through other people. And if you coach or share content from other people, make sure you give credit. You know, credit to the source. Don't say, oh, I came up with this. No. Just make sure that you are honoring the source of what you are teaching. Those are the four I have, right? So did I say something else? If I'm missing something, let me know. But those are the fours. Yes, very good. Thank you, Tiffany. Thank you for writing in there. Yeah. Very good. So once you have these 4 steps and you're able to coach one-on-one, and then people move into, okay, how can I really do this from a stage? How can I do it as a public speaker? You know, and many people think that there is a big difference between coaching one-on-one and coaching on stage. Many. But it's not different. The same way as you coach one-on-one is the same thing you do when you are on stage. The difference is the amount of people that you're coaching, but you start coaching. So I'm not really a public speaker only. I'm a public coach that is speaking. And that is very important because a lot of people, when they think about speaking, they think about entertainment. And it's nice to be entertained, but that doesn't transform someone's life. What transforms someone's life is your ability to coach someone to turn darkness into light. And the same way you do that one-on-one is the same way you do it on a stage. My largest group audience has been 15,000 people. And these 15,000 people were my coachee. So I was coaching them at that moment. I was coaching them, 15,000 people at the same time. But the same way I coach one person, I will coach 15,000 people. So there is no difference between me coaching one-on-one or coaching 15,000 people. And that is my invitation for those of you who want to become coaches, speakers, and you're afraid, you don't know how. If you put yourself out of the way and you make it about them, and you realize that there is no difference between one person or multiple people, and then you will be able to coach. And of course, there are certain steps that you have to take. Let's see. Tiffany, did you write your the 4 steps? I just want to make sure that you have it. Ensure you're coaching for your purpose. Be authentic with what you're coaching. the third one, Stephanie, and you can put it 1, 2, and 3. The third one is finding your essence message. What is your true message? And the fourth one is teach based on your experience and based in what you are learning, and you give source credit to the source. So those are the four. So make sure you have them like that, okay? I will share it with you guys later so you guys have it, but those are the four. Now, what are the 4 steps to become an excellent speaker, right? So those 4 steps for coaching, now 4 steps for speaking. Let me drink some water because I'm thirsty. Qué rico. Muy bien. So for speaking, before you go on stage, the same way I told you before, make sure you're not in your head, you're in your heart. So declare, God, you speak through me, you act through me, you think through me. Or God, you think through me, you act through me, you speak through me. Doesn't matter the order. That's number 1 step. Never go on stage in automatic mode. Never go on TV in automatic mode. Just make sure that you're present. And one of the ways that I use, the tools that I use to be present is declare, God, you speak through me, you act through me, you think through me. And that way, boom, I get myself out of the way. So that's number 1. In order for you to be fully present, declare that, breathe, so you know you're present. Number 2, before you speak about anything, about nothing, before you do anything, take a moment to connect with your audience. If somebody introduced you, already share your video, your intro video, I mean, of course, you have to have all those things in place. We go more in detail in TVC, in Transformational Business Coaching Program, and I tell you how to have your introduction video, how to build your portfolio, your brand. I will go more in detail in the program, but I'm going to give you some general important key points right now. So after you're being introduced and you are on stage, you're present, make sure that you connect for a moment with your audience. You smile, you connect with your audience, you're present. Before you say anything, don't go in automatic mode and start speaking because people get so like, no, just take a moment and connect with your audience, smile, and then start with energy, high energy. In order for you to be an excellent speaker, third point, your energy has to be high. It doesn't matter what are you speaking about, please get your energy up. People love energetic people. And you don't have to scream. You don't have to be as loud as me. Like when I go on stage and, you know, I get my Latina fireball thing going on, you don't have to do the same thing, but make sure that your energy is up. Because people, more than your words, more than what you're saying, they will receive you, how you're saying it. Your energy is more important than anything. You have to have high energy. Thank you, Tiffany. Now we're like, boom, boom, boom. I love it. Boom, boom, boom. Yo comía boom, boom, boom cuando estaba chiquita. But that's another topic. I used to eat that candy that is called boom, boom, boom. Now I can say it. Boom, boom, boom. So high energy, always high energy. Even if you have music or not, even if people, like, that's just high energy. And if they're not standing, number 4, my God, I think I'm going to give you a couple more points because this is a little bit more. So number 4, if they're not standing, ask them to stand. And while they are standing, start with something like affirmations, a song, a poem, a prayer, a meditation, something that involves the entire audience. So number 4, ask them to stand and do a collective exercise. It can be affirmations, meditation, singing a song, whatever it is, but something that involves everybody in the room. So they can hold hands or raise their hands or doing something at the same time. Why is this very important? Because if people if you ask people to stand up, they know that, like, okay, you are the one leading. If they get connected to do the opening, they know that they are in this together. So this will be very beneficial for you. High energy, connected. Number 4, ask people to stand and do a collective exercise. So Tiffany, that's number 4. Okay, standing and ask them to do a collective exercise. Number 5, after you do that, make sure that you acknowledge the audience, you acknowledge your host, you acknowledge the people that invited you, that are there, that are helping you, your team. Acknowledgement. Always start with acknowledgement and ask everyone to give a round of applause. Okay, that's number 5. So that's your introduction for speaking. If you actually follow those 5 steps, and number 5 is acknowledge the audience, the host, the team, and ask everybody to give a big round of applause, that immediately like create like a home place. Like if you're home, like if you are in the right place, like they will feel acknowledged, they will feel welcome, they will feel seen, they will feel that they belong. All of the things that people are usually looking for when they are in an event. So that is the 5 steps to start a seminar, a presentation. It doesn't matter if the group is 5 people. You're still gonna follow the steps. It doesn't matter if the group is 15,000 people. You still gotta follow the steps. Just make sure that you are fully present, that your energy is high, that you're connecting everyone, that everyone is moving together. And remember, bonus, remember, there is no difference between speaking in front of one person than speaking in front of 15,000, 50,000 people. There is no difference. There is no difference of that. It's the same thing. If you remember that, and if you declare, God speak through me, act through me, think through me, and you take yourself out of the way, you will be able to listen to your message and your essence and share it without worrying if it's going to be right. You know, that's the beauty of it. When you're speaking, when you're coaching from your heart. Now I got a little hot because of the lights. See, that's also because of the pregnancy. Ay, Dios mío. So when you are declaring that it's not about you, when you're being a vehicle, you're never wrong in the content. Never. Because people will feel that this is what you're meant to do. People will feel that you're talking to them. You know, it's some people tell me, how do you prepare to speak? You know, I just never look for what is the right thing to say. Instead of that, I allow the message to come, and people always come to me and say, wow, this is exactly what I wanted to hear. Wow, you're talking directly to me. Wow, this is what I have been waiting for. Yeah. And that is because I didn't think about my message and allow the message to come through. So there, not to prepare in your mind, but prepare in your soul, so you can actually listen to the message and be a channel. You can start channeling. And that's the same tool that we will be using in TVC when you start creating a product. And I'm going to share a little bit about TVC right now. TVC is a program that we're going to be doing live. It's the only live program, certification program that I'm going to be doing this year. And it's 4 weeks. It's a 4-week intensive program. It's going to start July 16th. Every Thursday from July 16 at 7 p.m. Eastern time. It's a 2-hour per session. And we're going to go in every step what you need to become a successful facilitator, coach, a speaker, or transformational entrepreneur. Let's say your calling is not to become a coach or speaker, but you are an entrepreneur and you want to use those coaching tools to train your team, to build a network, to build a brand, to build a business. That's what we're going to be teaching in TBC. TBC stands for Transformational Business Coaching Program. So we're going to be working, and I will have guests. I would have surprise guests that are specialized in branding, for example, and we're going to be talking about personal brand, corporate brand. You will actually create. Thank you, hola, hola. You're going to create your own product. So in order for you to graduate from a TVC, you have to have a product, and you will be among the first coaches that are going to be joining a new platform that I'm building. So you will have access to a high profile network, and you will have me as a coach. And right now, if someone wants to hire me as a coach, if someone wants to do one-on-one coaching, first they have to go in a waiting list, because I'm not coaching right now, so I have a waiting list. And second, they have to pay $60,000 to have one-on-one session with me. And here you will have me as a coach available for you for those 4 weeks during those 4 sessions, plus your head coach, which will be a coach that will be supporting you through the journey, and all of that for the investment of $5,000. That is how much our program is. So I created affordable, so you guys can do it, and it's something that you can invest in yourself now. And you know, when I think about how much money I invest in my education, over $250,000, I wish somebody had a program like TBC. I wish, because I did so many programs, coaching programs, business programs, sales program, and it was all over the place. I had to take one piece from here, one piece from here, one thing from here, and there was no one coaching program or seminar or training or certification that took me by the hand. I was all over the place, and I didn't know where to go, and I waste a lot of time and money trying to find my client, trying to create my brand, trying to do the things that I had to do in order for me to be successful in the coaching industry. And the few people that were really making money, being successful, making a difference, they weren't really teaching the how. They were teaching their own message. So I was lost for a long time. And I don't want that to happen to you. If you are a coach, but you want to build an empire, but you don't know how, if you are a coach and you're struggling to get clients, if you are a coach but you're not charging yet, or you're charging way too little, if you would like to get paid $50,000 per hour for a keynote or more, if you would like to get paid $60,000 or more for coaching, if you know that you deserve more, if you like to be broadcast in TV and have access to sponsors for free that will sponsor you thousands of dollars, and you want to have access to that, and you don't have the network, TBC is for you. I will teach you during those 4 weeks everything that you need to know, and I will give you access to my network as well, so you can build your transformational brand. If you also want to become a coach, but you're not there yet, if you want to become a coach but you don't know what the next step is, TBC is also wonderful for you, because we'll take you by the hand, we'll help you create your identity as a coach, create your products that are congruent with your values, create your brand, and make sure that you come from, you build your transformational business coming from your essence and not from your head. And your presence on media, your presence in social media, your presence in the networks that you are will change, because the world will know that you're here. I would love to do this. I would love to train you. If you want to do this in Spanish, we also have it in Spanish. It's not a live training, but it's amazing. It's a 12-week program. But this one is going to be live, and it's going to be in English, July 16 for 4 weeks. So if you want more information, I'm going to give you, let me see, where is it? The WhatsApp number. So I'm going to give you first an email. Write it down, tbc at KarenHoyos.com. TBC at KarenHoyos.com. You can send me an email and say, I'm interested in the TBC. I would like to schedule an appointment. Or you can send us a WhatsApp message as well to request the appointment. WhatsApp is the actual tool that we use the most to connect with people all around the world. So if you want, Tiffany, can you do me a favor? Can you write down your WhatsApp number, please, in the here, so I can repeat it back in YouTube. So tvc at KarenHoyos.com. And then Tiffany, which is our CEO, also will connect with you via WhatsApp, through WhatsApp, and you can actually book an appointment, a conversation through her as well. It's +1-330-887-2344. I'm gonna say it again. +1-330-887-2344. Okay, so if you're interested, send me that information. I'm gonna write it here also in YouTube, so you guys can have it. And in that way, you can communicate with us and just find out more details. I am so excited about this new program that we're having. I did this because a lot of people were asking me, Karen, how can I coach with you? Or maybe I want to coach with you, but I don't have the budget. Can you do something live? And I decided, you know what, let me do it. This is a very intimate group. We have limited number because obviously this is personalized coaching. So this is something that we do one-on-one in group, but in one-on-one experience, so we can not have a lot of people. So if this is something that you want to do, make sure that you send us a message, tvc at KarenHoyos.com, or you can write me a DM in my Instagram or send me a message in my Instagram as well, and I'll make sure to connect you with Tiffany. Again, +1-330-887-2344. Thank you. That's better. Writing it like that separate, it is better for my eyes. I was like, what? Perfect. So I'll make sure that I connect with you through social media as well. And before we finish this evening, before we complete, I want to remind you something very, very important. If you have that calling, if you want to become a coach and speaker, but you see there is so many people that are doing the same thing, remember, you have something different to offer. And what is that something different that you have to offer? Is you. That's all, is you. And if you are willing to connect with the best version of you, if you're willing to honor your past, to learn from your past, to share what you have learned with other people, if you're willing to go beyond what the little voice of your head is saying, it's not, you're not enough, you're not it, maybe it's only her, it's for other people, but not you. If you're willing to say to the little voice, thank you for sharing, and say, thank you for reminding me that I am it, I have what it takes, I am here to serve, to change the world. If you're really and willing to, ready and willing to do that, I promise you, there is an audience for you. I promise you there are coaching clients waiting for you because they want your style, because they like your story, because they love your face. If you're young, they like you because you're young. If you are older, they like it because you have more wisdom. If you are Latino, they like it because you're chispa. If you're American, they like it because you are American. Whatever it is that you have is an asset. Your story, who you are, is an asset to become the best coach and the best speaker. Remember, who you are is the best asset. You are the best product that you can share with the world. You are the best product, and we need you. You know, I have 40,000 graduates of my seminars, but there are thousands of people waiting for a message. There are so many people dying every day because they don't have the right tools. There are people that are committing suicide because they didn't have someone on time to help them understand that that was not the only option they had. But I couldn't reach them. But maybe you will. And the world is ready for you. And I believe in you. And I invite you to say yes to your purpose. I invite you to say yes to your calling. I invite you to say yes to that book that you have inside of you. I invite you to say yes to that seminar that you have inside of you, to the podcast, to the content, to the videos that you have to share. I invite you to put the I'm not ready yet aside and just jump. Jump and let the winds to come out in your way down. Just dare to surrender. And I promise the universe will conspire for you. The right people will conspire for you. The right opportunities will come to you, but you have to be ready to see them and they will show up. If you're not ready to see them, if you have your eye closed, opportunities will pass through and you won't be able to recognize them. Open your eyes. This is a time now more than ever with the situation that we're living in the world. Now more than ever, the world is shifting. We need leaders like you to be a voice of transformation, to be a voice of what's possible. Now more than ever, we're living dark times. We need your light to illuminate the path for those who are lost. We need you. The world is ready for you. Thank you very much for this time. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. Please make sure that you share this video with everyone in your life that you know they need this message or they may need it. Share this with your groups, with your circle. And thank you for the opportunity that you are giving me every time to continue fulfilling my calling. May God and the universe bless you. Mwah. Thank you so much. Gracias. Chao, chao, mi gente divina de YouTube. Thank you.